Despite what you may think about breast cancer, it is not all pink ribbons and flowers. It is a very hard thing to go through that affects a lot of our families here in the United States. Good afternoon. My name is Lauren Donovan, and I will be talking to you today about 4 different factors of this disease: the diagnosis, who can get it, treatments, and the survival rates. The goal is to inform you all of this disease so you can take it seriously if you ever come across this situation on your own. That way you can respond more proactively to it. In preparing for you today, I've taken a lot of information from Kathy Casada's article called "What is Breast Cancer?" In this picture, you see my mother sitting in a chair. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016 in the month of February. Standing directly behind her here is my father. Holding this cupcake box here is my sister, and directly behind her is me. We all went to my mother's cancer appointments to help support her. The first form of diagnosis is going to be self-examination. You're going to want to do self-examinations in the shower. So you're going to start once a month, and it'll be 2 to 3 days after your period. So to do that, you're going to want to lift up your arm and examine not only the breast, but also the armpit. You're going to do that by using your finger pads and any shower gel or oil that you have. You will do that by going in a circular motion, in up and down, and then also going in wedges or half circles as well. Once you are done doing the shower examination part, you're going to want to examine yourself in the mirror, and this is what you will be looking for. You'll be looking for any skin changes. That includes the lumps here, the redness or rashes, dimpling of the skin as well, and you'll also be looking at the nipple itself, if it's pulled in and if it's dripping any liquid or unfamiliar fluid. The next form of diagnosis is going to be the medical diagnosis part. That is going to be the mammograms. The mammograms are when a technician will actually take your breast and they will place it on a film plate and smash it down with the x-ray machine and actually x-ray it. That way the breast is flattened and it's easier to see any cysts or tumors in the breast. According to the American Cancer Society, special images called spot views are used to make small areas of concern easier to see for these technicians. A little bit of basic information on breast cancer is that it does form as a tumor, and it is common in women in the United States. Actually, Kathy Casada said that it is most common diagnosed as type of cancer in women in the United States. 1/8 of all breast cancer cases can be invasive, and is the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States. The first one is skin cancer. So, who can get breast cancer? Really, anybody can get breast cancer, but it's most common in women over the age of 60. Now, that is not to say those are the only people who can get it. My mother was 41 years old when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Men can also get breast cancer as well. They make up about 1% of all cancer cases, but they are most common to be 60 to 70 years old. Genetic mutation or radiation are causes of breast cancer, but that is not to say that they are hereditary. Here you can see a picture of my mom and my dad at an event called Journey for Joanne, and that was a 5K race they put in her name. So, on to the treatments of breast cancer. The first one and the most common one is chemotherapy. Chemotherapy has a lot of side effects though. It includes hair loss, and when your hair grows back, it actually causes it to be a completely different color and texture. It also has the effect of nausea and vomiting, and this causes you to feel very weak and very tired all the time. Excuse me. It also causes numbness and tingling of not only your fingers but also of your toes. The next form of treatment would be radiation. My mother had actually all 3 of these treatments done. Radiation came second, and the effects of that would be causing the skin to be very dry and causing rashes on it. It would be very painful. It would burn. That was the effects of the radiation on the skin. The next treatment would be a mastectomy, and this typically comes last after you've had the other 2 treatments. The mastectomy can either be a single or a double. My mother only had cancer in one of her breasts, but she chose to have a double mastectomy because she did not have reconstructive surgery. So chemotherapy, you're going to get chemotherapy through a port in the breast, and that they actually install that in your chest or in your arm, and then they will plug in the medicine through there and give you the medicine through that port every time, and then they would flush it as well. The survival rate for women with breast cancer. The rates have actually increased since 2014. Women under the age of 50 are more likely to survive. The number has actually gone up to more than 2.8 million survivors are in the United States currently. The most important thing to remember is that early detection and increased awareness are what causes you to survive. According to Kathy Casada in the article of What is Breast Cancer, survival rates for men with breast cancer are similar to those of women with breast cancer as well. Early detection is the most important thing. If you do not detect it early, your survival rates will go down because your cancer can spread. Here's another picture of my family. In the center is my mother, and she's holding a sign that says, "I did not fight alone." And she really did not fight alone at all. Our church friends, which are here, here, and here, all came alongside of her and helped my mother. Not only that, but my work also came alongside and helped my mother as well. Standing right here is my boss. He purchased all of these shirts that say, "Keep calm, my God is greater than my cancer." And these shirts raised money for my mother's treatments, and he let all of our employees at Chick-fil-A wear them for a whole day. And that supported my mom so much when we came to lunch and saw that. So, the most important thing for you to know is that now that you have this understanding, you are able to diagnose. Hopefully you will realize that breast cancer is actually serious and it can increase your chances of surviving. It's very, very important to know that you not only early detection, but your increased awareness of this topic will cause you to survive if you come across this on your own. Remember one thing, if you're going to take anything from this, remember that early diagnosis saves lives. Thank you.